you just said about leadership.
I didn't, brother. I'm talking.
You want a humble woman, so you want. You say you want her to be.
I would advise
humble.
any woman to be humble. Like what the hell? Any and every, men and women. It's a universal.
Good luck finding a humble woman in 2020.
So are we agreeing then? Are we agreeing that humility has gone out of the door, and that leads to, taking stances?
No, you're wrong, brother.
Hold on, brother.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Divine, like, what are you doing?
Smart people know what they don't know.
Can we agree?
So
basically, you're agreeing with me, but you're like, you're posturing like we have some disagreement.
I am not, for the record, I am not agreeing with you, but go ahead.
All right, so it sounds like, again, you're virtue signaling, and it's okay, I don't mind, but I would like for you to represent my point accurately. It is just merely an acknowledgement of the reality that people who have leverage, they sometimes end up leaning too much on their leverage and not developing in other areas which are advantageous to, interpersonal relationships. And
You're just throwing a light
comment. I was just making a light comment. And for some strange reason, 1 second, brother.
You got to be more specific, brother.
You can go,
but you got to be
as soon as I'm done,
You're saying
you can go as soon as I'm done, brother.
People? Give
All right, brother. You can go as soon as I'm done. You can go as soon as I'm done.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I was making a light, bro. What? Why are you turning into this, bro? Do you not have your own personality that you can lean on? You have to adopt other people's personalities. Like, why are you being a jerk?
So you're saying this is a personality thing? I'm just confused because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's confused. We need clarity on what you're saying. But you're saying people, like what people? Who specifically? Women?
I don't want to disrespect you, Define. Please.
You can't disrespect me. Go ahead, bro. Respect those. They can't.
It's getting unnecessarily contentious. It's okay, brother.
My wife said, I'm going to say what my wife said because she didn't want to talk. She said, and Concrete, don't take this the wrong way. Bullshit, I don't care how you take it. But she says, you sound like you lack confidence and you're intimidated by, smart and beautiful women. And I'll say this, I don't think, I'm going to get on your side just a little bit. Not everybody, you don't have to be happy. Your woman doesn't have to be the smartest person in the world and politics and understand history and da-da-da-da-da. There are, my advice to guys, right? Because now I'm at the point, I'm in uncle status, I can give advice to men. Find a girl, find the person that you like being with. Doesn't have to be a Rhodes Scholar. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes those relationships can work. I'm not knocking what you're saying completely, Concrete, because sometimes the relationships works better. There are sometimes women like it when the man can lead and take over the finances and do the planning, and they're focused on other things. And there are those types of situations and those dynamics still definitely work in this society. So I'm not completely knocking everything that you're saying.
I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Concrete, you don't think I'm a humble person?
No, bit. I wasn't making any person. I'm actually just talking about somebody in my own life that's being an asshole for no reason over a discussion about the origin of Rome and competing theories. That's literally what I'm feeding off of.
Female?
Nothing more than that.
And it's a female?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, God.
Not is it a female? That's insane, Trent. Go ahead.
It's a woman.
Sorry.
Oh, I ain't mad about the female part. I would assume that he was talking about a girl, woman, female, whatever. But go ahead.
Now, I could talk about Romulus and Remus till the cows come home, but Concrete, why is that important? That having us, does she look? Let me ask you this.
Yeah, the Romulus and the Remus are myths.
Who gives a fuck about that?
So that is a myth that is
Okay,
just like
concrete,
romanticize
forget that.
the origins of
Concrete,
Rome.
I ain't talking
Here,
about Rome.
I'll give you the argument that I laid out.
No.
And then I'll
This is
PT
not what
you.
Wait a minute, just
Concrete,
listen to
you're
him.
going up.
Just listen to him, Trent. Listen to him. He might give you some more
I don't
understanding.
want to hear about the history of Rome. Do you like this?
I thought he was about to talk about his relationship.
I get that. But
Yeah,
you're looking at the wrong thing. If we're going to talk about Rome,
Trust me,
let me ask you.
There's no reason we're stopping.
He's not doing too well right now. Just listen to the brother. Go ahead, Concord.
It's
No,
okay.
I'm trying to ask you a
obviously
question.
a space where we can have these type of open and honest
Concrete.
discussions.
Are you dating this woman?
It's okay, bro.
No, I'm asking you a question.
We're homies, brother. We're homies.
I got it. I'm asking you a question. Are you dating this woman?
No,
you guys
it's just friends, brother. It's just friends, brother.
Okay, and you want something more to happen. So you're attracted to her. Have you taken her out on dates? Have y'all gone?
What do you mean by about that, man? Fucking ass nigga. What are you talking, man?
What? I am a Negro. That is true, fellas. but concrete. So if you're trying to have a relationship with somebody,
Yeah,
and
getting into a trend. Let's just move on, brother.
yeah, we probably should. But don't bring it. But don't bring.
You're right, brother. You're right, brother. My bad.
Well, you're the one. First of all, you're the one who brought it up.
I apologize.
He don't want to talk.
I know. But here's
Let it go, brother.
yeah. I know.
Divine.
If I may,
Wait, hold still.
Sure, of course.
Complete your thought, and then we're going to Steve. Go ahead, Uncle Steve. Go ahead, Trent. What are you saying?
So he's the one who brought it up. He's the one.
I understand.
Yeah, he's the one who said.
Sometimes people like to change their mind. Go ahead.
Right, and then he doesn't want to get into it. And here's what I'm saying: don't make the statement that a broad statement on this stage with a bunch of females that smart and beautiful women are a problem, and then say it relates to something specific in your life. And then when people ask you a question, you don't even have the confidence to answer. That gives off your small dick energy.
You're right, Chuck. You're right, brother.
Pause.
You're 1,000% right.
My wife said I got
Don't do that, man. We're gonna hit a man while he's down. You are
It's too
foul.
late. You've already set the tone. You've already encouraged it. We're here now. Thank you.
No.
Oh yeah, you have to take culpability.
I didn't encourage it.
brother.
I didn't encourage
You
it.
have to accept culpability in the
Brother,
that you set in the
you
room
cleaned it up
and
when
the
you said.
reactions thereof.
Oh my God.
Right?
All right. I'm
You
going
set
to
into it,
Steve.
brother.
I'm going to Steve. Hey,
Okay.
Uncle Steve, how you doing?
Hi,
Steve.
First
Hey,
Lady.
Omari.
Hi, First Lady. It's
hey,
good to
Emma.
What's up, y'all?
Hi, First Lady. I'm going to follow up on something Divine touched on about getting along. He's absolutely right. My recipe for success for couples is very simple. The best couples that get along the best fill gaps. Generally, one's strengths is the other weaknesses and vice versa. If regardless of how good looking the woman is, how smart she is, and the same with the guy, if they fill gaps, if one's strengths or one's weaknesses is vice versa, and they get along, that is a recipe for success. Very simple. I'm not going to get into all the nuances of Concrete's relationship or anybody else's, but that is the best starting point for a successful relationship, in my.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not laughing at you, Steve. Somebody put something in the chat. Oh, Concrete, we're good, brother. I was trying to say, had I known what you ended with, if you would have led with that, no, maybe we would not have had so much of a back and forth.
And let me also just add this. I know.
Wait, Steve, they going back.
I just wanted to say, MAGA has had something going against me all of this year, but it's okay.
Why do you have ideas about me that are not true? You got a mentality about me. You've always been like this toward me.
Wait, are you talking to us?
And that's your favorite daughter. I got a mentality about me.
Let's just
somebody
listen.
you know, we don't want
Listen in. I want to hear.
Mentality again.
First Lady, what are you doing?
That's not my favorite daughter. That's your favorite child. You think that's your.
All right, Tom. No, she on stage. I muted her. Oh.
No, I think Concrete left. Wanted to continue the conversation. But I'll say it again. If he had led with what he was going through, we wouldn't be here right now. Because he was throwing blankets over educated and beautiful women. And yeah, it hit a button. And so I engaged. But hey, it's over.
So, First Lady, can you give me an update?
Ain't no update. It actually started because I told Concrete he was diabolical for what he did last night. And then, I don't know. Oh, I said somebody wanted to have a gender war. And then he was like, I'm done with gender wars. He said, and I said, oh, wow. I said, so we leaving it behind in 2025? He said, no. I'll be back in 2026, something like that. And then the conversation unfolded. Divine said, I know you don't want to hear it from him, but he was just saying that he definitely probably would have steered the conversation a different way had he known, what he knows now. So.
Firstly, I hear you, but he could have been a gracious curator of the conversation instead of. I'm gonna stop there.
Having a discussion, and again, I spoke of, you were speaking about your experiences, and I was speaking about my experiences with women and being married and dealing with women that are smart and beautiful. I gave myself as an example. And like I said, had you led with you were having a conversation with someone that you're saying you're not seeking a relationship, you guys are just friends. Although most of those, like my wife and I started out as close friends. One of my favorite songs.
Bro, just own it, bro. You were being a jerk for no reason. Just own it.
I was not being a jerk for no reason.
No, I wasn't being a jerk. And you were just like, come on, bro. What?
I was not being a jerk. Hold on, let me land. Hold on, brother. Respectfully. When people cut you off, you get triggered. Let me land, brother. Let me land.
You didn't let me.
No, you cut me off
several times to let me land. I said, yo, let me finish. You ignored.
Oh, am I talking to myself? Did y'all hear me?
No, bitch. I heard you. You was talking about the today's news.
Yeah, no. There was a young lady that was on stage. Did y'all hear that part? When I was talking about that?
The open mic?
Yeah. Did y'all hear me talking about that? Yes or no?
No, we did not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying that reason why I wanted to hear is so to see if there was something I could help with. Because there has been a time where somebody came up on stage and they was going at it, and we tried to offer some help. So you never know. I didn't just wanna. I wasn't just snooping. I was snooping to see if there was some assistance needed.
Yeah, she might have came on mic just so that people can hear that. Maybe she was in trouble. So
you never know. Came up by accident. When you come up and your mic is already on and you got to turn it off because the gate is open.
Mm-hmm. That happens too.
Probably could be right because it sounded like it was getting heated. Something about, I don't know, I could be wrong. It might have been a stepchild situation. That's what I gathered.
Or she just might feel like the other child is liked more. And sometimes, I don't know. I think that's the reason why my kids are 10 years old. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I probably would be one of those parents that would have a child that was my favorite over the other. I could possibly have done that. And I think parents do it unbeknownst to themselves. I mean, obviously some choose, but it definitely could seem that way. And if the parent doesn't sit down to hear what the child is actually saying, to possibly address why they feel that way, then it could continuously linger on. But to just be in denial and be like, no, I love you both. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You're fighting that person's truth. That's their truth. Doesn't mean that it is true, but you can't deny the way that they feel. You just can't.
That's a fact.
And a lot of people do that. Thank you, Omar. A lot of people do that. They try to, tell somebody, no, that's not true. It may not be true because that's not what you did on purpose. That doesn't mean that somebody doesn't feel that way. And negating somebody's feelings, especially when they
It's funny because you use education against people. Now you're trying to say, okay, all right.
You're dumb. He's dumb. The white woman's dumb. Yeah, you want yes. You gotta speak, Nathan. Let the dumb. Let the dumb. Name 3 major homes in your life. I jumped into the stage. And I keep on jumping.
Like the Shahid. The best thing you could do is take a Shahid with this. But if you want to hit a field installation, or say a fuel depot or a munitions depot, I don't know that 2 kilograms is the best thing to be hitting. Well, I mean, if you hit a fuel depot with 2 kilograms, you probably can't do a lot of damage.
Yeah. We just robbed fuel depot. You'll start a fire, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you could penetrate a major tank or crack open a pipe. Maybe you do 3 or 4 of these things and you cut a major conflagration going on.
But then, I guess, though, when you attack a fuel depot, if you imagine, what that mission is, when are...
And, some women have babies back to back. I have a friend. She has, kids that are 18 months apart or something like that. And it was crazy.
Parent every single kid you taught the last kid. That's when it comes to discipline. I'm talking about that. It's different for each kid. So definitely, that's a good point. But
let me tell Megan something.
On topic.
We didn't have a topic. Megan, the topic is the young lady that came off. We heard her say, that child is your favorite. And I was just saying, sometimes parents just need to actually listen to the child and have the conversation versus just trying to ignore and say, no, they're not my favorite kind of thing. So that was the conversation. We're going back and forth. Do you have a topic, sir? Or you still can't talk? Got it.
What child favorite? What are you talking about?
I just told you what I was talking about. You weren't listening, sir.
No, you said that child was your favorite. Who?
What? Somebody came on stage named Time about 5-10 minutes ago, and her mic was open, so they were listening to the conversation, and she was telling whoever appeared to maybe be her mother or something that child was your favorite.
That's what we heard her say clearly.
Oh, Ty, with the yeah, she's a pro-blacker. She's a pro-blacker. She was complaining like a white lady.
No, I wouldn't say that. She was having a damn. That's cool. She was having a moment with one of her loved ones and about respecting. Go ahead, First Lady. You do a better synopsis.
Actually, you're doing better. The First Lady said was nonsensical. Keep going.
Like you, we all have multiple kids, and I don't know. My kids haven't yet came with that conversation yet, but basically, what kid would say, he was treated better or she was treated better, basically, and they were having that conversation. That sound like over some.
That's white people stuff. That's white people stuff. Why are you talking about white people stuff?
Well, to me, it sounded like she was talking to a man, and it sounded to me like she was telling the man, "You treat this child better than the other." That's what I heard. I could be wrong.
I think it was a woman.
No, it was definitely a woman.
Time sounded like a woman, but it sounded like she was talking to a man.
The lady that responded, somebody responded.
Yeah, it's